What it do, YouTube? It's your boy Eli the Rebel. Welcome to the PDD Off week video. Yes, PDD took an off week because Jennings bots were smoking that good oddish, if you know what I'm saying. So when the DLC dropped, bots were acting like thoughts. So no games could be done properly and on time and whatnot. The admins decided it's a week off. So what I did on my week off was a couple of things. I obviously, as you can see right here, I did some low ladder rand battles to kill the time. And then I picked up one league, and then I got into the BBR Summer Scramble tournament. Very excited for my league and my Summer Scramble tournament run. The goal of the Summer Scramble tournament is, I don't plan on winning the whole thing, but I just want to try, I just want to see how DLC 1's gonna play out going into PDD Season 2, right? It's just me gathering information. That way I know what's gonna be good, what to draft, what not to draft when the time rolls around, right? But for those that haven't seen weeks 1 through 6, I'm gonna leave an iCard on the top right for y'all, just to catch up on everything. So the rest of the time being is going to be me going over my league that I picked up and the BBR Summer Scramble tournament. The league that I picked up during the bye week, it's interesting. So for those that are close to me, that know me personally, know I'm slightly obsessed with Radical Red. And the crazy part is I haven't even played it. I haven't even done a playthrough, let alone a Nuzlocke. But when the Dex when the Radical Red Pokedex was still an active website, I was able to get on and see all the changes and things like that, all the buffs and all the new moves and all that stuff. And I fell in love with it. So I played 2.3, I did 3.1, and this is now a Radical Red 4.1 league. Initially I didn't sign up for it because at the time I was still heavily invested in PDD, right? But then when they announced that we were gonna have a week off, around that time, literally the same time they made the announcement, the draft started for this league, right? And so I was like, hey, can y'all make a sub role for me and some other people, but mostly for me. People were chill about it, and they made me a sub, and then I got pinged a day and a half or 2 days later, which was funny because I was in the city sending a box. So when they pinged me, I did the start of my draft. I did from my car. I thought that I was gonna take over a team that already started drafting, but apparently there was a coach that didn't have a single pick, and it was round 3 already. So I looked at the tier list, and I have no, I didn't do any speed tours of RR 4.1 going into this. So that's the reason why I took Mega Kingler Iron Valiant over Palafin Iron Valiant. I just picked with what I knew the most, right? Iron Valiant I don't have that much knowledge in outside of ladder. I just knew it was broken, right? But Mega Kingler, I've used it in a 3.1 league, got all the way to finals for it, and I didn't put the right moves on the Kingler, and I lost the finals. But the fact that it took me to finals says a lot. So I drafted it again. Now, after the draft was done, I looked at the note, and there was a note saying that it cannot use Swords Dance. And I was like, dang, maybe I could just drop this thing and get a different Mega. But then when I was looking back at all my replays from that league that I had Mega Kingler in, I didn't SD once. So, and on top of that, I didn't have, and on top of that, I still have Hold Claws. So double dance sets with agility and swords dance aren't a thing anymore, but I can agility and hold claws up if I really need to, right? So Mega Kingler, it becomes a water steel type upon Mega evolving, also gets tough claws like my boy Mega Metagross. You know, so I have, you know, tough claws boosted, stab boosted, meteor mashes and iron heads and cuts and all that. Right? So this was Palafin before Palafin, essentially. Now, I'll get to Palafin later in BBR Scramble Tournament, right? But moving on to Valiant. Valiant lost SD, unfortunately, in Radical Red, but still a fantastic breaker in my opinion. You know, Moonblast, Aura Sphere, all that fun stuff. So my real round 3 rolled around, and then I got Mamoswine. It got Headlong Rush and Mountain Gale in Radical Red. It does not get it in Paldea. That's why I picked it up. Had to do it to him. Had to do it quickly. ASAP, no Rocky. You know the vibes. Low Kick Sevi is a bug dragon type with tinted lens. So in addition to first impression, tinted lens boosted bug moves like first impression, U-turn, lunge, all that nonsense, I also get tinted lens, outrage, and dragon claw and dual chop. It has good coverage too. Trailblaze, triple axle, axe kick, low kick, right? In case I get walled by a ground or a steel type, which is really cool. Got Ninetales Alola for the Veil and the Snow. Snow benefits Mamoswine, and Veil is just good for everybody, right? Everybody loves some Veil, right? Muckalola for a Poison Dark typing. I needed a Dark type, otherwise I lose to stored power. I hate that. I hate losing to stored power. Can't stand it. Pincurchin's here for Electric Terrain, and I have Iron Valiant, which is fantastic. Pincurchin also gets Volt Switch in Radical Red, and Bouncy Bubble. Like, it had a lot of these cool things from 2.3. That was the last time I used Pincurchin, was a 2.3 league. So I'm glad to use it again in 4.1. Let's see if it still holds the test of time as a slow Volt Switch mod. Rapidash is here because... So it's like Talonflame, but Blazing Soul gives you +1 priority for fire moves at full HP. It's the one mon faster than Iron Valiant. That's why I picked it up. Bramblegast. If you saw my PDL run, you know that it's a very good spinner. It now in DLC 1 and in Radical Red, it got Poltergeist. So Terra is banned. Or no, not Terra is banned. Terra doesn't exist in Radical Red. So instead of being Terra Blast Ghost, I can now click Poltergeist with this thing, which is really cool. Knuckle Stack. I initially drafted it for a Fire Resist and a Ghost Resist. And then later on, I learned that Covert Cloak doesn't exist in Radical Red for some reason. So Salt Cure Starks are going uppity for Lil Nat. For Lil Knock X. And then lastly, but certainly not least, is Xatu. Xatu gets Esper Wing in Radical Red 4.1. So in addition to Magic Bounce, it has Esper Wing to boost speed. It's a faster Braviary Hisui, which is super nice. Braviary Hisui's drawback is 60 base speed, but in Radical Red, Xatu is a 105. Normally it's a 95 base speed, which is crazy. So I'm excited I'm excited for this team. I'm really excited for this team for sure. And with that, we're now going to get into the BBR Summer Scramble. Again, I'm very blessed to be a part of the BBR Summer Scramble because I genuinely thought that You know, okay, I did NCP Summer Slam, but I lost round 1, so will they remember me or not? And fortunately, they did, and because I'm playing in it. It's really, really cool. I drafted a really, really cool team, and here it is. Palafin. Yeah, so that's the reason why I drafted Mega Kingler over Palafin in Radical Red, because I've used Palafin in PDWC. They let me get it in BBR. Why not? You can't leave it on the board, right? And I got Great Tusk, another mon that I had at PWC. Now I get it in BBR. The only difference is Great Tusk is my Terra Captain. It can offensively, it can be Terra Ground or Terra Fighting or even Terra Ice, right? And defensively, it can be Terra Water or Terra Fairy. So the versatility for Terra Great Tusk is through the roof. It really is through the roof. I got Zapdos and Scizor right after that. So Palafin Great Tusk was at the wheel at 8th overall for me, right? And then after that, I got Zapdos Scizor. Zapdos gave me an electric type to break down the bulky waters that wanted to take Palafin head on. Cause I got 6-0'd twice by Fire Master Miguel. Freaking that slow bro just sat in front of my Palafin. I didn't want that to happen to me again, so I got Zapdos. Scizor is here to defog. If I don't want to spin with Great Tusk, Scizor is here for defogging purposes. Zapdos does not get defogged, so Scizor is going to do that job for me. I have I can be Terra Water Great Tusk to resist the fire if I don't want Palafin to take the hit, right? The next wheel sucked because I really wanted Chandelure. So what I did was I got Ribombee and Mismagius. Now Mismagius is a significant drop off in power level than Chandelure. However, with 105 speed, if things are in webs, it makes it so that way if things are taking the time, English, dude. If things are at 0.67 speed, meaning that they are taking webs, they're not boots, I can make Mismagius modest and then like do the nasty damage with Shadow Ball or Hex or Dazzling Gleam, stuff like that. Ribombee is the webber on the team. The last time I drafted webs was PDL and it was Spidops, so this is a significant upgrade. I haven't had the greatest success with Ribombee and Nat decks, but I'm gonna give it I'm gonna give it a try, see if it works, see if it doesn't. And then the last 2 picks, I got La Familia Mousehold, which had pretty decent success in PDL. So and it gets Tidy Up for more hazard control. And then Shiftry rounds out the team. Another defogger if I need to. It actually shares the Grass Dark typing like Wo-Chien back in PWC. So it makes sense to fit on this team. And I want to see if Wind Rider is actually good or not. Early Bird got replaced by Wind Rider. So it's not purely broken. But hey, who was using Early Bird to begin with, right? Obviously the stronger ability here is Chlorophyll. Because as Paldea has taught us, right? Paldea has taught us that Sun is very, very strong. So having a Chlorophyll mon to use the Sun to our advantage, with Palafin in the back, is great. It's great. It really is. So that's the team that we're going to be rocking with for the BBR group play. I don't want to spoil anything, but at the time of recording this, I have played one game. I have played one game in my group. I'm going to play game number 2. I'm going to play another game tomorrow. So by the time this is going up, I'm going to have 2 games of BBR under my belt. And the way I'm going to be uploading BBR is I'm just gonna, record all 3 of my games, obviously, and then just show all the kills and all the deaths all together, no commentary, with just some music over it, for a nice little, montage video-esque thing. So, with that, man, it's been your boy Eli the Rebel. I will catch you guys next week, week 7. We take on Rick, Ace Trainer Rick, aka Leave a Message. So that's going to be a lot of fun. And yeah, it's been your boy Eli the Rebel. I'll catch you guys next week, man. Peace!